All right, let's go. Day 102. Today's a very special day. We are officially in the second quarter now of the year. Literally just finished one quarter of the year, got 3 quarters left. And just like a little recap, because I do like to think about the things like when I feel like I haven't got a client, still doing outreach. You can get frustrating at times, but it's been 102 days since I started, and we're finished the first quarter of the year. In that first quarter of the year, I was able to start this thing, have no idea what it was, but start doing outreach. Got first client in 11 days. You know, worked with them, got to see that experience, what it's like to actually work with someone, do outreach, sign a client, and go through the process all the way up until the launch. And then obviously, unfortunately, start working with them, went back to outreach, but then made amazing connections, met so many other operators, got consistent with this channel, started my own community, got my first member inside the community, then got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 700, which is crazy when I think about it. 700 people in there. Obviously, the big one yesterday, got my first paying member, which is huge. Started the podcast. I just learned a ton of things when it comes to just growth operating and business in general. When I think about it like that, that was a great quarter. It's just that you don't have the client. All right, cool. Just like have a little reflect if you're watching this video. What have you done? One quarter of the year is finished. One quarter of the year is finished. We're going into the second quarter right now. It's April 1st. Shout out my boy's birthday today. It's April Fool's, and yeah, just like have a little reflect session. Just think about what you've done. Now, today's day 102. I have had a big mindset shift. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in a video before, but I was watching a video in CA, Creator Accelerator, where they basically had a Pierre inside of it, and he was talking about how he did his outreach. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably watch him, so I'm not going to repeat the stuff that he says already, which is, you know, don't be a bot and stuff like that, which is great advice. But something that I haven't seen him say on his channel, which he said on the call, was, and I've mentioned this before, is that he only reached out to 2 people. Obviously, that was after his first community flopped, and then the second, after the one where he got pushed out, then the second one flopped. Now, yeah, he only reached out to 2 people, and that was a mindset shift, because it's like, especially when you get in there and you're doing outreach, and you're always told like 100 outreaches a day, 100 looms a day, 100 voice messages a day, 100 this a day. It's basically like reach out to 100 people every single day. And then when you see probably the most recognizable growth operator right now say that he only reached out to 2 and I think he was following up with Caprice for like 2 weeks. Then he finally got him when that community didn't do well that day. So it's like, I'm just thinking through it. Like, I'm thinking, okay, if you listen to what everyone's saying, which is do 100 outreaches a day, right? Like, let's say you two did this, you start on the same day, right? Pierre and like the normal guy. You're doing 100 a day. So in 2 weeks, you reached out to 1,400 people, while he's only reaching out to 2, but he's following up with these 2 every single day. Now, he mentioned that, okay, he knew that Caprice and this other person, he didn't mention who the other person was, but he mentioned that these people, he knew that they was going to do really well if they had this community, if they had a community. And it just got me thinking, like, quality over quantity. And I feel like, okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm spending so much time just like scraping new leads, trying to find new leads, trying to DM new leads, make loom for new leads, that I'm like, am I doing it for the right leads? You know what I'm saying? So what I'm thinking is, now I'm gonna go through both my CRM systems and everyone that I've outreached to, and I'm gonna call it the Pierre method. I'm gonna get not 2 creators, but I'm thinking around 10 max, and I'm really gonna sit down, do my research, check everything, and make sure that these are ideal. Because this is what I was thinking when I was waking up. Even on the days where I do a bunch of outreach, I'm not gonna lie, I've never done 100 outreaches a day, that have never done that. I think the most I've done is like 40, right? Even on them days where I do 30 or 40 outreaches, I ask myself, honestly, keep it real, how many of those 30 to 40, let's say it's 40, how many of those 40 clients are ideal? Like ideal. You've done thorough research on them and you know, okay, if this person starts their community, it's gonna be game over. And I thought to myself, okay, out of 40, it is normally around like 10 of them, sometimes 8, that I'm super confident, okay, if these people, if I start working with these people, it's game over. But then it makes me think, okay, then why did I reach out to the other 30, the other 32 people? I'm kind of just doing it for the numbers, so I can say, okay, I've reached out to 40 people, but out of those 40 people, only 8 of them are like ideal clients. You know what I'm saying? So, like I've said, I'm gonna go back, check everyone that I've outreached, check everyone that I've put in the CRM. And for this week, it's Monday, I'm just gonna pick a handful of people that I know, okay, this person, and I do have a couple of people in mind that I'm really excited to work with if I do have the chance. And another person, I don't want to get his name wrong, Manx, M-A-N-K-Z, Manx, something like that. Shout out to him. I think he's gonna start uploading a lot of videos. I'll put his channel down below. This is not a small operator, this is probably one of the biggest out there. He works with Eddie, and I'm super excited to see what type of gems he got, because obviously he's been doing this for over a year. He's making, you know, he's making a lot of money with him and Eddie and his other partner as well. And basically I was watching his video yesterday when I was at work, when I was on my break, and he was just talking about how when he found Eddie, and it's the same thing with Caprice, right? When Caprice and Pierre partnered up, Caprice was still, I think he had 7k or hold on, I think it was under 10k, right? But you know, Pierre knew that he was gonna print because of what he's doing. And then now Eddie and the guy that he's working with, Manx, sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, when they found Eddie had, I think they said like 8k on Instagram, and now 1 year later he has 3.5 million people on Instagram, and they helped him grow all the way, right? So it's not really about the whole follower count and the whole thingy. Like he was saying in the video that the reason why they reached out to Eddie is because first they actually genuinely liked what he was doing, and they seen that he had the potential to grow and actually help people. So they did their research. So now I'm seeing a common theme, like the person that you reach out to, they don't have to be 1 million followers. It's more like, do your research and know that, okay, would it be worth it for me to like constantly outreach and follow up with this person for like a week, for 2 weeks, you know, if they actually get back to me? Because I've done my research and I've seen I actually like what they're doing. They have an actual audience. It might not be 1 million followers, it might be 8k followers, it might be 5k followers, might be, you know, something like that, right? But they have the potential, they have a great offer, and they just need that extra push. That's what I'm focusing on now, because I'm seeing a lot of growth operators say like that's what they did. They like picked a handful of people and just outreach to them. So that's what I'm gonna do for this week. I want to just pick, I'm thinking around 10 creators, and just focus on outreaching to them, following up with them every single day without missing a day, because my follow-ups are ass right now. And I'm thinking about the pros and cons. When I'm reaching out to so many different people, my follow-ups, they suffer tremendously. Because if I'm reaching out to 40 people a day, think about, like, okay, this is what I was thinking about, right? If you're supposed to do 100 outreaches a day, and I even hear Alex and Mosey talk about this. If you reach out to 100 people, okay, great. And then the next day you reach out to another 100 people, you now have 100 follow-ups to do manually. I'm talking about, this ain't with no automated thingy, manually. Third day you reach out to another 100 people, now you have 200 follow-ups to do. Fourth day, another 100, now you got 300 people to manually reach out to. I don't understand how that's supposed to work. Me just thinking, I don't understand how You know, by the time you get to day 11 and you're doing another brand new 100 outreaches, and then you got 1,000 manual follow-ups to do. How does that? I don't know. So this way just makes a lot more sense to me. Just pick ideal clients and just provide as much value. So now with these, now that I'm going to be doing a lot of follow-ups for this week, I'm going to have to force myself to find new ways of just providing value and new angles, because the whole, you know, asking a question thing, you know, it might work, but I've been testing new ways of providing value, and I think it's really going to help them out if I provide value as well. So value and guarantees. So that's two things I'm going to focus on. And engaging. So just engaging with everything. So like liking their posts, watching their story, and yeah. So that's the plan for today, guys. That's the plan for today. I'll keep you guys updated. Cool. All right, so it's now the end of the day, and it's around half 10. So big news. So remember the thing that I was talking about, the thing, you know, whether I should go for volume or let's say 100 outreaches a day, or I should just stick to a handful of creators and just outreach to them and provide as much value as possible. And I was debating which one to go with. Well, I'd already decided I was going to go for the handful of creators for this week. I wasn't too sure, so I reached out to Pierre and I asked him on Instagram, and he got back to me and he said I should only, you know, intentional, which I'm going to take that as, yeah, don't go for just a bunch of people that you don't, you know, you're just doing it to like, you know, like stat pad. Like you can say, oh, I did a 50 outreaches, but you know, 30 of them were not really good people that you know, want to really work with. So that is huge. So now that's just giving me a ton more confidence that, okay, I'm going to pick these people. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build out tools for them, make an amazing link for them, and then send it over to them, and then just outreach. I mean, not outreach, just follow up as much as possible, you know. And now I'm a lot more motivated to make the looms, because it's just going to be a handful of creators, right? You know, if I got 30 people in my CRM and I have to make 30 looms for them, I'm not motivated to do that at all. But now that's the plan. So today was one of my brother's birthday. I'm the only child, but when I say brothers, I mean like very close friends. It was his birthday, so I was at his house for literally, I've just come back right now. So we were talking, and some big things are going to happen with him as well. He's going to start his own journey. He's not doing Growth Our Brain, he's doing his own thing. But yeah, he's going to be documenting his journey too on a day-to-day basis. So we'll see where that's going to be in a year too. So no excuses. I wasn't able to make the CRM today of those people, and I didn't do any outreach today. Actually, I did. I just literally just a couple minutes before now, my friend actually showed me someone that he's following, and he's inside of his community. Now, it's not a school community, it's not a Discord, it's a Telegram. But he'll show me why he follows this guy, and basically he's like a business guy, I think make money online niche, solid audience on TikTok and Instagram. On YouTube, doesn't really have an audience, but he has good engagement and he has a big email list. So I've outreached to that guy, and yeah, I'm gonna put him in the CRM. So yeah, guys, that is it. Yeah, so main takeaway from this video, I know a lot of people might disagree with this, but this is what I believe, and this is what has been confirmed by Pierre from when I DM'd him. Instead of reaching out to hundreds of creators, find those good, even if it's just a couple a day, find those good ones where you know, okay, this person here, this is a real gem. You know, it can just be a handful, and just follow up with them, because I know that all you guys that are reaching out to hundreds of people every single day, you're not doing follow-ups. not at least if you're doing it manual, you're not doing no follow-ups because you have so many people to follow up with. But when you have a handful of people, you can follow up with them and you can provide a lot of value. And yeah, I think that is the way forward for me, at least for this week. That's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, guys, shout out to everyone that's doing outreach, shout out to everyone that's got their clients, shout out to everyone that's making a little bit of money with their communities. And yeah, consistency. That's the goal. Consistency. That's all we gotta do. It just takes one creator and then it's over. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Day 102. We're in the 3 digits. Yeah, all love. Peace.